it was on this date back in 2003 that this next band released an absolutely massive record, not only for the format, but for our city. And here today in studio to play some songs from that album, which is Page Avenue, we introduce Story of the Year.
Got it.
Stars will cry the blackest tears tonight, and this is the moment that I live for. I can smell the ocean air. Here I am, pouring my heart onto these rooftops, just a ghost to the world. That's exactly what I need. From up here, the city lights burn like 1,000 miles of fire, and I'm here to sing this anthem of our dying day. For a second, I wish the tide would swallow every inch of this city. As you gasp for air tonight, I'd scream this song right in your face if you were here. Swear I won't miss a beat, 'cause I never have before. From up here, the city lights burn like 1,000 miles of fire, and I'm here to sing this anthem of our dying day, of our dying day, of our dying day, of our dying day. For a second, I wish the tide would swallow every inch of this city as you gasp for air tonight. From up here, these city lights burn like 1,000 miles of fire, and I'm here to sing this anthem of our dying day. From up here, the city lights burn like 1,000 miles of fire, and I'm here to sing this anthem of our dying day. From up here, these city lights burn like 1,000 miles of fire, and I'm here to sing this anthem of our dying day, of our dying day, of our dying.
Sweet solo at the end.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Bridges all crumble, the water soaks into rocks. Fell at the bottom of the road, at the end of the town that we lived in, the memories shaken apart from the weeds that grow over the sidewalks, running away from the streets we knew. Sidewalks, like the time we thought was made for you. Oh, out on the front porch, watching the cars as they go by. 18 blue, 21 gray. And looking ahead for the first time that we could drive out on a road to speed away from the sidewalks, running away from the streets we knew. Sidewalks, like the time we thought was made for you. Oh, all of the days have passed us by. All of the sun is gone away. Sidewalks, running away from the streets we knew. Sidewalks, running away from the streets we knew. Sidewalks, like the time we thought was made for you. The bridges all crumble, the water soaks into rocks, fell at the bottom of the road. It's a little tune called Until the Day I Die. As years go by, I race the clock with you. But if you die right now, you know that I die till I die too. You remind me of the times when I knew who I was. Still the second hand will catch us like it always does. We'll make the same mistakes, I'll take the fall for you. I hope you need this now, 'cause I know I still do. Until the day I die, I'll spill my heart for you. Until the day I die, I'll spill my heart for you. Should I bite my tongue until blood soaks my shirt? We'll never fall apart, so tell me why this hurts so much. My hands are at your throat and I think I hate you. Still say remember when, just like we always do. Just like we always do. Until the day I die, I'll spill my heart for you. Until the day I die, I'll spill my heart for you. Yeah, I spill my heart. Yeah, I spill my heart for you. My hands are at your throat, I think I hate you. We made the same mistakes like friends do. My hands are at your throat and I think I hate you. We made the same mistakes. until the day I die. I'll spill my heart for you, until the day I die. I'll spill my heart for you, until the day I die. I'll spill my heart for you, until the day I die. Until the day I die. Should have jumped.
Well, first and foremost there, gentlemen, as I almost kicked the microphone over, that was an absolutely incredible performance. I love seeing you guys do this for a number of reasons. One, because it clearly sounds fantastic, but also the interaction between you guys as you play these songs is fun and it's very genuine. You know, sometimes it's happy, sometimes it's annoyed, but it's all genuine there. Yeah. And I think that it's just really wonderful to get a chance to see you guys play these songs stripped down. And I wanted to specifically ask sort of about the time frame before the record came out, before it blew up. And specifically, you know, a name that we have heard throughout this whole story of the year story is the tremendous John Feldmann. And one of the things that I wanted to ask is how, you know, you guys wanted to get your EPK onto his bus. You wanted him to hear what you guys were doing and see what you guys were all about. But one, were you a little afraid of getting arrested for, you know, sneaking on someone else's bus? And two, at that point, please refresh me, because if I remember correctly, John wasn't doing a ton of producing yet at that time. He was just the badass lead singer of Goldfinger. So what did you guys kind of know that made you want to get that EPK onto the bus so that he could know about what you guys had going on?
He had a few albums out at that point.
That first used record.
Yeah, the first used album was big for us at that time. And he had done a few others. Show Off and Messed, I think, were the other two bands that he had done. And we, being Goldfinger fans, of course, knew he was producing, knew that was a good idea. So we brought a few of those EPKs to Point Fest. Mm-hmm. And I think probably the most crucial one that really made it work was the one that went on the bus, and that credit for that goes to our original second guitar player, rest in peace, Greg Hopt. He had the audacity to go do some shit like that.
And no, we weren't afraid of getting arrested, because we had no thought of anything going wrong at that age. You know, we were 19 or 20 or whatever we were. Well, I guess we were like 20, 21, but I think we were just giving it to anybody we could get it to. It wasn't like specifically we sought out John Feldmann, but we did know a little bit about what he was doing at the time. But it was like we were just at every show all the time, giving everything we could to everybody.
I think it was more to like, hey, take our band on tour.
Yeah. We were like, hopefully, Goldfinger will take us on tour or something. You know, that was like kind of like the initial thing. But we knew he just put out, or the used record had just come out. It was about, I don't know, but
pretty new.
Yeah, we were just like doing anything we could to get our band out there. You know.
Oh, okay. So then, how
just happened to work out?
How quickly was the process? Wait, hold on. Before I ask that, I feel as though that I have seen this EPK over the years, and the thing that I remember the most about it, one, was that I feel like it was shot in sort of a Jackass CKY style of things, right?
100%.
But then also I remember, rest in peace, Greg, if I'm not mistaken, he was lactose intolerant, and one of the things on that EPK was him drinking milk and then yakking all...
You're close.
Close?
I ate a gallon of ice cream and threw it up on his face.
On to Greg. Yes.
Yeah.
But like, dude, that Jackass played a huge, like, there was such an influence to us, and we all grew up skateboarding, and it's just like you said, that age, it's like there's no rules, like we didn't need sleep, like we just, it was just everything was our band, and just like literally that was everything.
Blink-182 as well, just like that, just running around your underwear, just being an idiot kid.
And ultimately, that's what got us a record deal. It's not necessarily our music. It's these EPKs we made where we just, you know, our live show, we were backflips, throwing guitars, lighting shit on fire, like all that. And that's ultimately, Feldmann saw that. It was like, holy crap, we'll figure the songs out.
Right.
But we got this, you know?
So when you met John, if I'm not mistaken, at that point, you're still Big Blue Monkey.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. At what, how fast does the ball start rolling once John sees the EPK? How quickly are you guys talking? How quickly is that turning into, all right, we're going to get in the studio and start working on things or what
Well,
have
we moved to California.
Yeah, so it's like Point Fest was in like May probably.
Yeah. Okay.
And we had already been planning to move to California. Like June was the day we're moving. And we gave it all out, and then now we're planning on moving, packing, all that stuff. We moved to LA in June, Orange County or whatever, and I mean, we're 3
Within a
weeks.
month?
We got a phone
Well,
call.
like him and I went to bartending school. We were like, we were going to be bartenders. You were going to deliver pizza.
I transferred Papa John's.
Yeah. So our plan was to go out there and just do the grind, just do
Start
the
over
grind
there.
out there. And
we
kind of
weren't
over.
like giving up on St. Louis, but we had already sold out every venue here, and we were like, okay, I don't know if there's much more we can do here. So
Absolutely.
we were just trying to get excitement.
Well, yeah, I mean,
and then we were
back
only
then
out there for a couple weeks, and then we got the call from Feldmann and wanted to take us on tour.
Yep.
So we started touring with Goldfinger, and then it kind of all went from there.
Yeah, it was like by October.
We signed in October.
We signed in October. Wow. Of that year. It was just, we toured and toured and toured with them over the summer, like 3 different legs of the tour. And then all of a sudden, it's a showcase at the Viper Room. Was it the Viper Room?
Yeah,
the
Viper
Viper Room at like 10 a.m.
for Maverick.
And then by 1:30, we got a phone call that said they want to offer you a deal. And we were like, oh, we need management. We need a lawyer.
Yeah.
Like, this all happened. That part happened very, very quickly.
John Feldmann was doing A&R for Maverick Records at the time, so he got us the hook up there. We did do a showcase for Drive Through Records as well.
Oh, yeah. The
Just
year
before
before,
that.
yeah.
It was like earlier, right before we moved, or like the first time we went out there or something.
Yeah.
And they said, you're all right. But
Boy,
Keep working.
somebody
But
at drive through.
he was probably bummed out a little bit later, but we didn't have the songs yet. It was a little earlier on.
Yeah.
And, Feldmann was crucial in that whole writing process.
Well, and I want to ask about that. So you're on the road with Goldfinger, all right? You guys are probably pinching yourself. You can't freaking believe that you're already doing it. I mean, it's not as though that there wasn't a struggle, but I mean, you're out there, you're already doing it. So does John Feldmann kind of have an older brother, fatherly kind of role with the band throughout this process? Is he talking to you about touring and about being on stage and performing, and then also working with you on songs? And, does he have that role for you early on?
Yeah, we probably wouldn't be sitting here if it wasn't for Feldmann, like real talk.
Yeah.
He saw something in us and just bet on us. Like he bet everything on us. And we signed with Maverick ultimately to work with him because he had a deal with Maverick. And yeah, he just really believed in us in a way that no one's kind of ever believed in us. I mean, we grew up in North County here, just grinding, dude,
Mm-hmm.
And he's the first, like, there are people here, but he's like the first person outside of our hometown that really championed our band, and really believed.
And it was one thing to be a fan of Goldfinger and all the other punk bands and hardcore bands that influenced us. It was another thing to be on tour with them and be able to watch the show night after night and kind of study what was happening. It's so much about like the dynamics of our set, like how to come out and just nail people with the first few songs, jump in the crowd, then, you don't stop for 3 songs, that kind of thing. And then how to kind of hone what we were as a live band came from watching them, him giving us feedback. And then you had the layer of the song starting to develop through that process. And that's what made it all work.
And he was real good at telling us what sucked.
Yeah.
I wanted to
He was
ask.
very
No filter.
direct.
I wanted to ask about that actually specifically in the quote, guys, that's a B-side at best. Wasn't that something that he said you guys were all keyed up on this particular song? Tell us about that.
Multiple songs.
Yeah, multiple songs. All right.
Yeah.
But dude, yeah, it was that. It was really, whoever just said that, good point. But it was like, yeah, it was you. Sorry. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. Hey, that Van Halen guitar riff, like, gotta go. Like, don't do that.
Because we were finding our sound still, too.
Yeah.
Like, we
So-
knew what we wanted to do, but it was we didn't exactly know.
Yeah, so he really just kind of like took out all the dumb shit, for lack of a better word.
Sure.
The youth, like just the dumb shit.
And we
Like,
were
here's
like,
what
this song's
worked.
awesome, right? Nah, B-side at best.
Yeah.
He literally said that to
Yeah.
us.
Did you guys have were there any conversations amongst you that you were like, if he was trying to get you to do something that you were uncomfortable with, you're like, man, I don't know, guys. Like, was there that sort of thing? Or were you just like, hey, John, signing up, we got you, do with us as you please?
There was a lot of conflict.
Yeah, we butted heads a lot on everything. Most of it we were usually wrong about later. We figured that out. But
yeah, dude, I I probably butted heads with him the most. I love the dude, and we had a great relationship, still do. But yeah, I was just such a guitar head, and I just felt like all the cool guitar stuff he was like taking out. And now I'm like, thank God he did, because like some of that shit was so bad, like so dumb and corny and just youthful in a bad way.
But that's part of your learning.
Yeah. So it's like it's like literally when I look back on it, it's like every decision he made at the time that I was like, my ego was just hurt. It's like to a T, every decision was like he was right and I was wrong about all of it. And
except for kicking me out of the band.
He did try to get us to kick Josh
He did
out.
try to get them to kick me out.
Didn't work, as we could see.
I think he underestimated the power of friendship.
yeah.
Because I admittedly probably wasn't a great drummer back then, but whatever.
But you know what? But
we're all good now.
Yeah, it's
but
fine.
you guys, but I bet you that you guys would all probably say that about your musicianship at that particular time, then as to where you are now, that you had a lot of growing and work to do to be better at your craft.
But you got to understand, Feldmann was like we're all just Midwest homies that all went to middle school and high school together. Feldmann's like looking at it like a business. Like I remember he's like, dude, you got to do something about your hair. So you look like Rod Stewart. Like, what are you doing? You know, it's like, you guys got to, this guy needs to lose weight. You know, he told me I need to lose weight, cut my hair. He's like, what are you doing with those jeans? So it was like, he looked at it that way. He's like, I want you guys to be huge. And this is what it takes. You have to like lose weight. You have to maybe think about a different drummer. Like, you know, but that's how it was, you know?
But like, so I don't know. I feel like in my early 20s, I don't know. That would have been tough for me to hear some of those.
It was.
Sorts of things.
It was,
No, it
but then you
sucked.
grow up and you realize, besides that, you grow up and realize that, like, I'll just the music stuff, like, he was right.
Yeah.
Like, it's a important record in the canon of, I mean, just like in this genre. Like, it's a legacy record, you know?
We were trying to like shred and show off and be like a cool hip band, and he's like, but no, let's make these really good songs.
Right.
He's like, let's write good songs and you'll be at a band 20 years from now.
We were trying to be like Refused and
who cares?
Glassjaw.
We just want to go on tour.
Yeah.
Right.
But he's like, no, let's make a really good record. And yeah, that part was great.
He was also seeing the potential of a few things that we brought in that we didn't have right at first. And Until the Day I Die being the biggest one, he's like, look, there's so much potential here. Mm-hmm. Like, we're trying to put gang vocals and all this shit. He's like, we're not doing that Gorilla Biscuit shit in this song. Okay, like this is... This is a hit
Sebastian
song.
Bach thing because it's really cheesy.
No, we want it to be like the Refused, Glassjaw, and literally some of that shit. And he just helped focus the sound, and so we kind of owe that dude. Whoops. Yeah, we owe that dude like a lot.
But what's also great is he always put the ball in our court. Like he would bring some things to the table, and there was some like co-writing in the sense that he would rearrange some chord progressions. Like he's got writing credit on Sidewalks. The bridge is like, now you should do these chords in a row, right? It was simple stuff like that, but generally it was like, go write a new part for that. Like that part's not good enough for this song. Rewrite, and he put that ball in our court and made us work harder, and that made so much of a difference.
Yes. So as you're doing that, again, it's exercises in your craft, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like him. I don't. This is going to be a really old man reference because it's the only thing I can think of right now. But you know, when you got to practice cursive when you're a kid, like you got to go over and over and over.
Yeah.
Well, and also it's like at that age, like just I can speak for all you guys. Like it's like music was everything to us. Is we were so precious about it. It was like, hey, if you're saying something bad about my song, like you're saying something bad about like my whole family, and like it's that personal because you know you're so precious about everything. It's like your whole life, you know. So we had to kind of learn to let go of some of that and realize that like, hey, this dude's brilliant, and we should take advantage of his brilliance. And it all worked out great, you know.
How quickly did Until the Day I Die catch? Because this was in a particular period of time where I was not in radio. So I was not here when that song absolutely blew up. But did it happen relatively quickly? I would assume that it did.
It actually took a long time. I think
It took a while, yeah.
6 to 9 months to get added across the whole country, which is why Anthem of Our Dying Day, the second single, actually charted higher because it got added to most stations kind of all at once. Yep. So Until the Day I Die, by the time it was getting added in LA, it had already been played for 6 months in other stations, and they had moved on to other things in the rotation. So it was a long, old school kind of like get the radio reps out there and grind kind of process.
The record came out in September of 2003. I think Until the Day I Died, it could have been before this, but I feel like it was on that Linkin Park tour in 04.
Yeah.
K-Rock added it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think St. Louis started playing it right away. The Point, because they always had our backs, which was awesome. Thank you, appreciate it.
But K-Rock LA,
but I think St. Louis and maybe a couple other stations were playing it for a few months. But then, K-Rock added it because we were on tour with Linkin Park. I feel like, and that was kind of the turning point where everybody picked
Well, and
it
there's
up.
also like,
There's something like that.
There was a little before like, the Facebooks and Instagrams and all that stuff. But like there was this website called mp3.com. I don't know if you remember mp3.com.
I do.
But right at that same time, it blew up on there. And we had this little brief window of time where we had the most downloaded song on earth.
Well, when the website shut down, we were the number one song on it.
We were the number one song. It was us. And then second place was like Eminem, right?
Wow.
Something like that,
50 Cent.
Yeah.
And we were number one. And that's like right when...
All pre-MySpace, pre any social media at all.
Yeah.
And you guys really, I mean, the way that it kind of worked out for your first couple of records is that you were thankfully releasing those when people were still making money by selling records, which is unfortunately something that doesn't happen to the same degree now. But in that regard, your timing was kind of lucky. I mean, not necessarily lucky, but good timing more than anything else.
We caught the tail end of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a platinum record. So,
Yes, you do.
And we've
which
made
is rare.
all the mistakes you can make, but we're still sitting here, man. So,
Yeah, we did something right.
like...
But to me, that's just what we do in growing up, man. If you're
Yeah.
doing it right, you're learning as you're going along. You're learning from the mistakes in which that you make to do better the next time. And that's all of us in life and in anything in which that we're doing. So I also too, I just I love the way that this album and your band sort of sits with a certain sect of people that love that early 2000s poppy punk screamo. You say your band name, Story of the Year, and they just get this like, there's just this wonderful, genuinely sweet smile that you can tell that they listen to these songs on the dates, on the breakups, on the first jobs, on picking colleges. Yeah, and I think that's, I mean, as you guys sit here, most of you with kiddos and stuff, that's got to be a really rewarding part about this and this album being 22 years old or whatever.
Yeah, dude. So there's lots of nostalgia that people have. Like, like you said, they grew up with this record. We'd meet people all the time. Like, hey, I was in middle school and this came out. We have those same feelings too. That's the cool things. Like, Till the Day I Die, we wrote that song. We could like barely buy beer when we wrote that song. And it's like a quarter of a century later and we're still sitting here playing it. So we have all this nostalgia and all this emotion and memories attached to it too. So it's cool to share that with people. And when you have those interactions, you hear shit like that. It's like, me too, man.
Yeah.
Like, me too.
Well, now you've got mom and dad introducing Junior to Page Avenue all over again. So you probably see that in your meet and greets too. You probably see moms and dads and all of that.
Every day.
Kids at the barricade, all of it.
It was weird at first, and now we're like, dude, this is awesome. It took a minute to get used to that, but yeah.
Well, at first, probably you see the kid at the barricade and you're like, all right, is he going to get hurt?
Yeah,
Can
are you
somebody
okay?
please make sure that he is all right?
Then he's like, no, give me picks. Give me a set list.
Well, I don't exactly know the best way to wind this up, but I'm just going to throw this out there and then you guys can take it for what you will. But I would just like to say, hypothetically speaking, of course, that whenever there is new Story of the Year music to be heard, I would really be looking forward to that. And maybe just kind of curious if you guys have some new stuff, coming down the pike.
We do.
We do.
Damn.
And guess what? You're going to hear it.
I'm a terrible liar. as you
You're
can
going to
tell.
hear it real soon. Yes, we just finished our new record within the last couple months, and it's fully ready to go. We're just finishing up a couple things, and we'll have a new single out very soon.
You'll hear it here first.
What record number are we on? Is this 8?
7?
7. Record number 7.
Wow. Guys, you're 7 records deep in your career. That's amazing.
We should have more, but we
Seems
took
like-
like a 7's a number for us. We took like a 7-year hiatus there for a while, but
Yeah, unofficial hiatus. It probably would have been better if we would have just broken up officially. That would have been a better business move, but you live and you learn.
yeah.
You live and you learn.
We've been back on top of it the last few years. It's our second record in 2 or 3 years. So
Donnie, we're a real band again.
we're doing good.
Well, and
We're
it's
back at it.
Well, and I said this from the jump, but I think one of the best parts about seeing this is just the interplay between you guys and how much you're having a great time doing it. And then, oh yeah, by the way, you're also making absolutely freaking incredible music while all of this awesome stuff is going on. So it just seems like the band is in just such a really great place, and can't wait to see where you're going next.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it. Yeah,
We're lucky.
It's good to be able to celebrate your 20-something-year-old record and then still be really excited about what we're doing now, and our fans as well. Like Tear Me to Pieces, our last record, most of those songs go over just as well, if not better, than a lot of our all of our catalog. So it's cool to have our fans react just as strongly to the new stuff as the old stuff, and that's our goal. It's always the goal.
And to your point about having fun with each other and everything, I think we all feel so lucky. Number one, that we're still here and we could still do it. And we've made it to sort of the next bracket of that ever dwindling group of bands from a scene that makes it and they can keep playing whatever. But also that we're the original 4-piece that started before we even had a second guitar player. It's been these 4 people, and I think that's so increasingly rare. And I mean, how many bands do you go see where it's literally just the lead singer and who knows who else? I mean, there could be 3 generations of people on stage. I've
been working on that, by the way. I just won't leave.
Or you see a band that has a different singer and they've got some original members. It's just rare to have like an original lineup that persists for so long. So I think we all feel lucky in that sense.
Well, can't wait to hear what's next for Story of the Year, but always like when we have the opportunity to go back and revisit some really great, not only alternative music history, but St. Louis music history as well. Because as I'm thinking about this, guys, has there been a bigger rock record that's ever came from St. Louis?
You tell us.
I don't know.
Serious.
Not
and
since.
I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to get you to pump your own tires. I mean, legitimately.
No, we're a
as
major
music
rock band.
fans. but I just can't think of anything
Not
else.
like
That's
not
even
anything with
close.
loud guitars or anything. I mean,
No.
like Nelly's obviously the champ,
like
but
in our
like
genre, we did it.
Absolutely
that one.
so.
Yeah.
Well, look forward to coming or to what's next for Story of the Year. And again, guys, thank you very much for stopping in today to celebrate Page Avenue with us.
Thank you, man.
Thanks for
That's
having us.
Story of the Year.